So EDP445 has finally responded to Jidion after Jidion confronted EDP for talking to another minor, and somehow this response makes EDP look even worse than he did before. So let's get right into it. So if you weren't aware about the situation that's been going on with EDP over the last couple weeks, pretty much what happened was a 16-year-old girl came out with chat logs and messages from EDP himself alleging that he's been talking to her for a while now, and of course she's another minor. Keep in mind she's 16 apparently, and EDP is well into his 30s, which is fucking disgusting. But again, this is the second time he's been caught talking inappropriately to another minor, and so this YouTuber Jidion went and did like a predator sting with him and confronted EDP for talking to another minor, and EDP was not happy about it.
My nigga, this is bullshit, man, that y'all pulling right now.
EDP pretty much went right back to normal because he got no consequences yet again for the second time, until Jidion finally released the clip of him confronting EDP, and that's when EDP finally had to make a response video to the whole situation. And honestly, I don't think there's anything EDP could say in this moment to defend himself. Not only has he been caught before, but this is the second time yet again. Keep in mind, the cupcake incident was the first time, and this is the second time, okay? There's probably multiple times that EDP has tried to meet up with minors in the past that we just haven't heard about, unfortunately, but this is at least the second time he's publicly been caught, you know, trying to like meet up with little kids. Honestly disgusting. And he made an entire response to Jidion, and this response is pretty much just like plain clear manipulation. You know, he's crying about how Jidion, you know, met him and followed him around and all this stuff, and it's honestly such a pathetic response. But let's get right into it and play the first clip.
Cut straight to the f***ing chase, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Jidion, right? Now, this guy is the definition of a f***ing f***. You know what I mean? He's the definition of everything I did not want to f***ing be when it came to growing my YouTube channel back up in the day. I never was the type of to go out and purposely f*** with people in public, you know what I mean, just to get a rise about a motherfucker, just to, you know, get a reaction out of people, you know.
So he starts off his response to Jidion for being caught talking to another minor by comparing his content, his like YouTube content, to Jidion's content, which is honestly kind of a crazy, you know, this is probably the worst way to start a response video to, you know, allegations, you know, saying, hey, my content was better. Let's just keep it honest, okay? I don't know if you guys watch Jidion, but compared to Jidion's like vlogs where he goes and messes around and pranks and stuff in public versus, you know, EDP making a like 20-minute vlog about how he stunk up the fucking bathroom at like a Chick-fil-A, I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I would much rather watch Jidion's vlogs than anything that EDP had ever posted, and that's just me being completely honest. But only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel, you have nothing to lose. And he talks about how Jidion flew across the country and just to quote-unquote mess with him, and how that's apparently the super weird thing, when in reality Jidion flew across the country to meet you in a predator sting. He caught you trying to do weird shit with another minor, and he flew across the country to meet you and to catch you. I mean, does anyone seriously think it's weirder that Jidion flew across the country to, you know, stop this guy in a predator sting than EDP trying to meet up with another minor? I mean, seriously, what the hell is this guy even talking about? And one of the main points that EDP makes in this response video is that he was upset that EDP confronted him outside of his dialysis center. Now, if you don't know about that, EDP is on dialysis because he's having like kidney failure, I believe it is, and how, you know, we're all supposed to be really sympathetic and feel real empathy for EDP, you know, who's suffering through this dialysis stuff because Jidion tried to confront him outside of this dialysis center. Like, bro, does he really think that anyone feels bad for him? I mean, seriously, he's trying to make 2 minors victims already, and we're supposed to feel bad for him because he's being confronted again outside his dialysis center. Like, I'm sure like 95% of the population doesn't feel bad about that at all. There's no more sympathy left. There's no more empathy for EDP after the shit he's done. The first time was bad enough, you know, the whole cupcake incident was disgusting, and that should have been the end of it. He should have went to prison then and there, but somehow there was, you know, there wasn't a clear enough evidence confidence, so he stayed out. And instead of like trying to reform his life or do better, maybe to gain some sympathy for points for when he, you know, said he was on dialysis and he was suffering through kidney failure, you know, maybe some people would start to feel bad for him. But in that couple years that he's been out, you know, not in prison, he's made jokes about, you know, meeting up with a minor. He's completely lied about the situation on multiple occasions, and now here he is trying to meet up with another minor. It's like there's no redemption arc for EDP.
Price is right, you'd probably be down with becoming a gay ass male.
This next part of the clip, I actually can't play in its entirety because it's pretty much EDP just saying slur after slur, pretty much saying if there was enough money for Jidion, he would fucking become like a gay OnlyFans poster, which is honestly kind of insane. Somehow he's going like major deflect mode and trying to say that he's better than like a gay star or something, which, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but something tells me most people can agree that gay dudes aren't as bad as repeat you know, pedophiles and groomers. I mean, if you were to ask most people who's worse, you know, a gay dude or someone who's trying to groom minors on multiple occasions, I gotta say, I'm pretty sure most people would pick you, bro. I'm pretty sure you're the worst of those two.
Then it didn't end there. I had to go to the surgical center, right, to have a chest port put in my chest. This mother followed me across town, 25 miles across town. Hey EDP, man, we just want a word. Really? I just came out of surgery. Videotaping me without my consent. Videotaping what kind of car I drive. Hiding behind that whole little. Oh, well, you know, technically, you can't do anything. You know, this is the excuse they like to make when they don't want to get knocked the f out.
The craziest part about this next clip is he talks about how he just got out of surgery during this confrontation, and that's when Jidion tried to confront him, and how we're supposed to feel bad for him again. We've already talked about how we don't feel bad, but the craziest part about this clip is that he talks about how Jidion was recording EDP without his consent. Okay, I'm sure you guys understand the irony of Jidion being upset that he's not getting consent to be recorded, considering he's trying to meet up with multiple minors who literally cannot give consent. But somehow EDP does not understand the irony of being uncomfortable with not getting consent to be recorded. It's honestly just like, he's an actual idiot. Like, I actually can't believe he would say something that bad. We're supposed to feel bad that Jidion was recording EDP without his consent when he's trying to meet up and do unconsensual things with multiple minors. Like, bro, which is worse? You grooming multiple minors or Jidion recording you in public, which by the way is completely legal in most states. And then he says he's going to knock Jidion out. Okay, bro, I know EDP likes to put on this whole tough guy act, but no one is intimidated by you, bro. This is the second time you've been caught like this and you haven't done shit. You know why? Because you know you're in the wrong. You're not gonna fight anyone, and if you tried to, bro, I'm pretty sure Jidion would fucking destroy you. Let's just be, you know, let's keep it honest here, okay?
Like I said before in my past videos, you can twist, turn, conscrew this motherfucking video. You can chop it up. You guys can snort it on some nose candy. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? Because at this point, my listen, you guys are going to have your opinions about me. At the end of the day, listen, man, just like Shia LaBeouf said, I don't give a what you think. I really don't care what the you think about me. You know what I mean? And so you can sit back and claim that I'm painting myself as the victim all the you want. The fact that this nigga had no regard for my life that day.
And at the end of this clip, he pretty much says that he doesn't care what people think of him. By the way, that's why he made like a 15-minute video responding to Jidion confronting him, because he obviously doesn't care at all. You are not the victim. No one feels bad for you. He's putting himself at risk and his only solution would be to just rant about it. Like, how about you just stop being a creep for once, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no redemption arc for EDP, but that's just my thoughts. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. In our last video, we talked about how EDP was actually talked about this whole Jidion situation on a live stream with his friend, and somehow that response might be even as bad as this one. You can click here to watch that now.